As we close out 2024 and look ahead to 2025, we believe Skye stands at the forefront of innovation in metabolic health. Over the past 18 months, through the team's combined efforts, we've really rebuilt Skye from the ground up. We're focused on bold science that puts the needs of patients first, and we're focused on execution that is going to be driving tremendous value for all of our stakeholders. It's with an unwavering commitment to doing this with efficiency. We're remaining focused on where our therapies can address unmet medical needs, as well as having a very clear path to regulatory approval. We've had to think about things from the ground up, really thinking about first principles and the way that we're going to, first of all, define the problem clearly. And one of the big problems here is that the global obesity epidemic represents a pretty complex challenge. It has existing therapies that are focused primarily on appetite suppression, and they're limited by tolerability, issues with safety, and also sustainability to really take and have these pharmaceutical therapies prescribed for an extended period of time. And there's a need for innovative solutions that address obesity's other causes like fat metabolism, focusing on things like insulin resistance, leptin resistance, inflammation, while avoiding the adverse effects. So when I look back to the risks taken over 4 years ago, starting from scratch, as a first believer in CB1, we've methodically built a foundation and fundamentals with a team that shares a sense of resilience and a growth mindset. And now we've positioned ourselves as leaders in a new era of non-incretin metabolic treatments. As a team, we're charting a course for Skye that should unlock a lot of value for our shareholders.
You know what? I like this. It's the biotechs that are leading us.
So in 2024, we were diligent in approaching our goals with focus, with endurance, that sense of repetition, and a commitment to stay the course through that proverbial finish line. Because we recognize that on one aspect, we're focused on transforming lives through this innovation and what we can offer with the novel CB1 antibody, but also recognizing that the drug development path is never linear, and that we have to kind of marry our fundamentals with also establishing a clear clinical development plan, a pipeline, and really building on what we can do here with metabolic health. And it's been a transformative year for Skye, and it's really helped shape the foundation of what's next. I'm going to go through a couple of the things that we've accomplished this year. Early this year, we achieved IND clearance for nimacimab's phase 2 trial, CBeyond, and it set the stage for the launch of this trial in August. This is a landmark trial evaluating nimacimab both as a monotherapy and in combination with a GLP-1 receptor agonist. And pivotal data is expected from this trial in 2025. Interim data in the middle of the year and final top-line data at the end of the year. By November, we surpassed 50% patient enrollment in the CBeyond phase 2 trial. Really, I think it highlights nimacimab's potential as a differentiated CB1 inhibitor in the obesity landscape. We've also had several scientific achievements. Data from our novel diet-induced obesity model revealed nimacimab's ability to deliver up to 16% weight loss while preserving lean mass and improving glycemic control. These findings underscore the promise of peripheral CB1 inhibition to achieve meaningful weight loss, and in the case of nimacimab, without central nervous system risks. This year, we've also built our team. We've added exceptional leadership to our board and executive team, including Dr. Annalisa Jenkins, Dr. Karen Smith to the board, Dr. Punit Dhillon as Chief Medical Officer, and Paul Grayson as Chairman of the board. Their combined expertise and experience in metabolic diseases and overall in corporate governance bolsters our ability to really deliver on nimacimab's transformative potential. There's also been amazing work done in the financial resilience and strength overall. From a capital strength perspective, we've done 2 major private placements totaling $90 million. We've secured funding to sustain operations through Q3 of 2027, and aggressively advance nimacimab's clinical development. All the while, we've also streamlined our strategy. With a very sharp focus on metabolic health, we've aligned all of our resources behind nimacimab and our clinical pipeline to maximize our impact in this critical therapeutic area. There's also been a ton of work done on the thought leadership and industry engagement. We had an Obesity Week spotlight where earlier in Q4 we showcased compelling preclinical data on nimacimab's mechanism of action, really emphasizing the safety advantages over small molecule CB1 inhibitors. We also have been very active with KOL engagement and establishing a clinical advisory board. In July, our event with leading experts explored the potential of peripheral CB1 inhibition and really reaffirmed our leadership in this field. So what's ahead? What's our vision for 2025? And as we look ahead, 2025 will be a year of execution and validation. We're approaching this next phase with the same tenacity and purpose that has driven us this far. Our key priorities include delivering CBeyond results, our phase 2 results, so interim data in Q2 and top-line results in Q4, which will offer the critical insights into nimacimab's weight loss efficacy as well as the safety side. Number 2 is really expanding the pipeline. We're going to explore nimacimab's potential in combination therapies, so we're doing that in clinical trials and also looking at that preclinically and its application in other metabolic disorders. So we're going to continue building on this DIO model that we have. We're also going to continue focusing on fostering strategic relationships, engaging with stakeholders and collaborators that will amplify nimacimab's impact and accelerate its path to market. Finally, driving operational excellence. We're backed by strong financials and a seasoned leadership team. We're ready to advance nimacimab toward late-stage development. So, drug development and innovation itself, it's never a sprint. As cliche as that sounds, it's a marathon requiring endurance, resilience, and a vision. And at Skye, we're fully committed to running this race with purpose and precision, and really driven by our mission to transform the future of metabolic health. Nimacimab is more than the backbone of our clinical pipeline. It represents a paradigm shift in CB1 inhibition and a testament to the focus and determination that we can achieve together. So, to our investors, collaborators, clinicians, and partners, your trust really fuels our momentum, and your support empowers us to challenge the typical drug development barriers that are all around us, really redefine expectations around areas that may have been neglected to address unmet medical needs, particularly in this therapeutic area, and ultimately make an impact for patients. Together, we're shaping the path to what will be a defining year in 2025, and we're committed to delivering the promise of nimacimab to those who need it most. Thank you.